Back in 2018, Nordea made headlines for banning its employees from buying or holding Bitcoin. They called it too risky and unregulated. But now, only a few years later, the same institution is bringing Bitcoin to its clients legally, safely, and under a regulated framework. The reason is simple: the world around them changed. Europe introduced MiCA, the markets in crypto assets regulation, which brought structure and legitimacy to crypto investments with that traditional banks like Nordea can finally offer crypto exposure without walking a legal tightrope. Back in 2018, Nordea made headlines for banning its employees from buying or holding Bitcoin. They called it too risky and unregulated. But now, only a few years later, the same institution is bringing Bitcoin to its clients legally, safely, and under a regulated framework. The reason is simple: the world around them changed. Europe introduced MiCA, the markets in crypto assets regulation, which brought structure and legitimacy to crypto investments with that traditional banks like Nordea can finally offer crypto exposure without walking a legal tightrope. Now Nordea is launching a Bitcoin exchange-traded product backed by CoinShares. It allows customers to gain exposure to Bitcoin's price without actually owning Bitcoin themselves. It is what they call execution only, meaning Nordea will not give financial advice, they just provide access. The ETP tracks Bitcoin price directly, so when Bitcoin moves, your investment moves too. It is simple, regulated, and designed for people who want an on Bitcoin without dealing with wallets or exchanges. This move signals something powerful. For years, traditional banks were the biggest critics of crypto, calling it volatile, unsafe, and even a threat to finance. But now those same institutions are opening the door. Nordea manages over $286 billion in assets and serves over 10 million customers across the Nordic region. When a bank of that scale offers a Bitcoin product, it is not just another service, it is validation. It shows that crypto is no longer an underground experiment, it is becoming part of mainstream finance. Crypto adoption in Northern Europe is exploding. Last year, around 1.5 million people across Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland held crypto. Now that number is over 2 million. Nordea sees what is happening. A new generation of investors wants digital assets, and the bank is not about to miss the wave. This ETP is their way of joining the movement safely and legally without jumping into the chaos of unregulated exchanges. But here is the twist: Nordea ETP is execution only, meaning no advice, no guidance, no planning. They open the door and let you decide. You will not actually own Bitcoin either. You are holding a product that mirrors the price, not the asset itself. So yes, it is a big step for banks, but it is not true decentralization. You still do not hold your keys or control your own asset. The institution does. Even with that, this could open the floodgates across Europe. Once one major bank moves, others will follow. It builds trust, brings new liquidity, and makes Bitcoin part of the regulated financial system. Every ETP and ETF adds another layer of legitimacy to crypto. The same system that once rejected Bitcoin is now helping it grow, and that is poetic. So what do you think? Is this the start of true institutional adoption, or just another cautious test? Drop your thoughts below and I'll be reading the best comments for a shout out in the next video. If you found this update helpful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell, because next time I'll break down which European banks are next to join the Bitcoin wave. Remember, every step like this brings us closer to a future where crypto is not alternative finance, it is just finance.